Planning your next cruise, I'm going to be giving you all the tips I've learned along the way on how to save money on a cruise. A huge trick that a lot of people don't know about is that you can book ahead or you can book last minute, and this includes great deals. If you book ahead of time, you're gonna get bundles because they want for the cruise to get filled up. If you wait until the very end, usually there are rooms that are not sold and then they want to get rid of those. They want to sell those out, and they give really good discounts on those. And if you want to find those deals, you can get on the actual websites of the cruise line. The next tip would be for you to travel on off-peak seasons. What does this mean? Usually when it's cold, people don't want to go on cruises. Well, some cruises, for example, the Alaska cruises, people want to go on those. But for the most part, there's a season where it's not as traveled as other seasons, and there are great discounts. And those seasons are late April to mid-May and late November to early December. Another tip that a lot of people don't know is that they can save a lot of money by choosing a cabin that's inside, for example, an ocean view one. I personally don't recommend this option. I always get a balcony because when you get seasick, having that window where you can just go outside and get some fresh air, it really helps. I know you think, oh no, I have time, I'll just get on the elevator and I'll go outside. It's not the same thing as having your own balcony. Balcony views are the best ones in my opinion, but if you get an ocean view, you're gonna be able to save a lot of money. Be mindful of onboard expenses. And what does this mean? And I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, something that I've learned. So there's specialty dining, and then there's diners that are all inclusive. For example, the main buffet. They also have other restaurants, and if you want for something like a steakhouse, you want a sushi restaurant, something that you have to pay out of pocket, something that I've noticed is that they use the same proteins and the same ingredients and desserts that you would get in the main buffet. And I'm telling you this because I've been on 3 cruises and I've noticed the same thing every single time. There is a diner where you go and you sit down, and when you book your cruise, you get to reserve the time frame for dinner for you and the people that you're going with. And in that diner, they serve the same food as in the buffet, but it's just with a nicer presentation. Of course, they bring bread, they bring lemonade, they bring water, and it's awesome. I've also gone to the fancier restaurants on the cruise, and I noticed that it's the same food, just with a different presentation. And I know this because I went to a steakhouse last time, and I was like, okay, so this is the same thing. I understand it's the same cruise ship, but you can save a lot of money by just dining at the buffet, by dining at the main diner, and it's delicious. The food on the cruise, on my last cruise, was incredible. The next tip, my friends, is to book excursions not directly with the cruise line. Although I don't recommend that, there's a significant price difference. And why do I say that? If you don't book your excursion with the cruise line and you're late, the cruise will leave you. But if you booked it directly with the cruise will wait for you. And I'm sure we've all seen on social media those people that are running to the cruise. Well, it's happened, and you don't want for that to happen because then you have to find your way to the next port. If you're gonna book excursions, you might as well just book them yourself. For example, when we went to Greece, we did an excursion in the Acropolis. We really didn't need a tour guide for that because I started filming and I did everything on my own. I left Sandy with the tour people, but sometimes you don't need a tour guide. Yes, it's nice to have someone explain to you and to communicate what it is that you're looking at, but at the same time, if you can save money and just read the signs and do a little bit of research before you get there, I think you'll be fine, and you're gonna be saving a lot of money. And also something that's gonna save you more money is if you buy tickets ahead of time. For example, the same as the Acropolis, it's a first comes, first serve, and it does get pretty packed. But what a lot of people did was that they bought their tickets ahead of time on their website, and when they got there, they were able to go in. And lastly, I do want to mention that you should be flexible with the dates in which you want to travel because you might find deals like that. Also, a huge tip that I just want to share with you is to truly enjoy your time and plan everything ahead of time so that when you're on the cruise, you know exactly what you're gonna be doing, you know where you're gonna go, the ports, and just get an insight on the cruise so that you can take advantage of all the amenities that are offered. If you've never been on a cruise, I highly recommend for you to do so. They are so much fun. I always have the best time. It's my favorite thing to do in the world, to be on a cruise. And you get to explore a lot of ports, and while you sleep, you're actually getting to the actual place, and when you wake up, you're in a new port. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, and by the way, subscribe if you haven't, and like the video and comment, because that truly helps me a lot. Thank you. Bye.